Hey everybody, welcome back. Checking in. Stuart, chapter 10. It's a little bit of a shorter chapter today. Um, just was making some friendship bracelets and watched the Taylor Swift documentary. Hey, we got one. We got a woohoo from Maybe Doesn't Care. Hey, a Bubbles Glow. We got two diehard fans here tuning in on midday. Hey, yo, XD. We've got a shorter chapter today. Um, if you remember, yesterday was exciting. This narrow escape as Stuart left the garbage disposal thing and got flown out of there by his friend Margolo. Hey, Choco Viquita. Love you too. Okay. Well, we don't got a lot of time today. I thought that we'd go at lunchtime, we'd get a few more people, but maybe not. But, that's going to be up here for posterity. So let's rock and roll. Chapter 10, Springtime. Snowbell the cat enjoyed nighttime more than daytime. Perhaps it was because his eyes liked the dark, but I think it was because there was always so many worthwhile things going on in New York at night. Snowbell had several friends in the neighborhood. Some of them were house cats, others were store cats. He knew a Maltese cat in the A&P, a white Persian in the apartment house next door, a tortoise shell in the delicatessen, a tiger cat in the basement of the branch library, and a beautiful young Angora who had escaped from a cage in a pet shop on Third Avenue and had gone to live a free life of her own in the tool house of a small park near Stuart's house. That's pretty funny. Very cat-like thing to do. Um, One fine spring evening, Snowbell had been calling on the Angora in the park. He started home late, and it was such a lovely night she said she would walk along with him to keep him company. When they got to Mr. Little's house, the two cats sat down at the foot of a tall vine which ran up the side of the house past George's bedroom. This vine was useful to Snowbell because he could climb it at night and crawl into the house through George's open window. Snowbell began telling his friend about Margolo and Stuart. "Goodness," said the Angora cat. You mean to say you live in the same house with a bird and a mouse and you don't do anything about it?" "That's the situation," replied Snowbell. "But what can I do about it? Please remember that Stuart is a member of the family, and the bird is a permanent guest like myself." Well, here's like a picture of the cat. I don't know what that is, and then it's cats talking, Angora cat. Um, well, said Snowbell's friend, all I can say is you've got more self-control than I have. Doubtless, said Snowbell. However, sometimes I think I've got too much self-control for my own good. I've been terribly nervous and upset lately, and I think it's because I'm always holding myself in. The cats' voices grew louder, and they talked so loudly that they never heard a sight rustling in the vine a few feet above their heads. It was a gray pigeon, who had been asleep there and had been awakened at the sound of cats and began to listen. "This sounds like an interesting conversation," said the pigeon to himself. "Maybe I'd better stay around and see if I can learn something." "Look here," he heard the Angora cat say to Snowbell. "I admit that a cat has a duty toward her own people, and that under the circumstances it would be wrong for you to eat Margolo. But I'm but I'm not a member of your family, and there's nothing to stop me from eating her, is there?" "Nothing that I can think of offhand," said Snowbell. "Then here I go," said the Angora, starting up the vine. The pigeon was wide awake by this time, ready to fly away, but the voices down below continued. "Wait a minute," said Snowbell. "Don't be in such a hurry. I don't think you'd better go in there tonight." "Why not?" said the other cat. Well, for one thing, you're not supposed to enter our house. It's unlawful entry and you might get into trouble. I won't get into any trouble, said the Angora. Please wait until tomorrow night, said Snowbell firmly. Mr. and Mrs. Little will be going out tomorrow night, and you won't risk taking such a risk. It's for your own good. I'm suggesting this. Oh, all right, agreed the Angora. I guess I can wait, but tell me where I'll find the bird after I do get in. That's simple, said Snowbell. Climb this vine, enter George's room through the open window, then go downstairs and you'll find the bird asleep in the Boston fern on the bookcase. Easy enough, said the Angora, licking her chops. I'm obliged to you, sir. Got a bird down there with a hey, kitty cat. Oh, um, well, the old thing, whispered the pigeon to himself, and he flew away quickly to find a piece of writing paper and a pencil. Snowbell said good night to his friend and climbed up the vine and went into bed. Wow, what do you think is going to happen here? Well, okay, he climbed the bed, Vine went to bed. Next morning, Margalo found a note on the branch of her fern when she woke. It said, oh, I get it. This is the pigeon writing a note. Now it makes sense. And then he flies away in this picture. So, the next morning, Margalo found a note on the branch of her fern when she woke. It said, beware of a strange cat who will come by night. It was signed, a well-wisher. She kept the note under her wing all day long, wondering what she had better do. But she didn't dare show it to anyone, not even to Stuart. She couldn't eat, she was so frightened. What had I better do? She kept saying to herself. Finally, just before dark, she hopped up to an open window, and without saying anything to anyone, she just flew away. It was springtime. She flew north, just as fast as she could fly, because there was something inside her that told her north was the way for a bird to go when spring comes to land. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. That's the end of the chapter. So we're left on a cliffhanger here. And might I add that E.B. White wrote Charlotte's Web, which has lots of animals writing notes to each other as well. So that's worth saying something. But that's pretty crazy, right? Well, I got a Snowbell right here for y'all. This is Snowbell. Okay, she wants to go down. But thanks for tuning in, y'all. I'm sorry your hamster died, Butters. R.I.P. to your hamster. Sending him good wishes. You could be like Stuart in another life. Well, that's the end of chapter 10, y'all. So, I guess tomorrow we'll check in on chapter 11. I'm assuming Stuart's going to be like, why did Margot leave in the middle of the night without realizing that there was danger afoot? So, and also we got a song coming out tomorrow, Stuart Little Vibes, kind of like why we're doing all these readings. So, we love y'all. We'll check in, try to do maybe I'll try to go later tomorrow, so it's like more people can come. But take care, y'all. 10 out of 10 cat. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.